Hey everybody, thanks for checking in today. Really excited to share today's message with you for a variety of reasons, but primarily because I wanted to show you what can happen when you actually take action instead of staying stuck. So recently, very recently, wasn't feeling like myself. Feeling down, feeling disconnected, detached, isolated. I don't know if you've ever felt those kind of things, but when you do, when there's a good reason for it, when there's a very clear reason for it, it's a little bit easier to try to make sense of things. But what do you do when you feel like you're in a funk and it's not clear why? It doesn't really make sense. You look around, you see blessings everywhere, and all of a sudden you're just feeling a bunch of burdens. So I wanted to share with you the top 3 ways to get out of a funk because I think they're important to share. So I hope you enjoy this. So number 1, I prayed about it. You can pray, meditate, do whatever it takes. The key is, we shared before that the most important words you will ever hear are the words you say to yourself. And it's fascinating when you actually sit down and listen to your thoughts and see what it looks like when those words that come out of your mouth are visually represented in your world. Right? So you see the results of what you're thinking and what you're saying in the visible world. Maybe you just offended somebody. Maybe you just upset somebody by the words that you said or the actions you did. And that can be incredibly challenging. So really prayed about it, meditated on it, and received some great clarity from that. So I'd encourage you to do that. Number 2, I went back to my good habits, right? And I examined the last week, the last 2 weeks, the last month, as best I could on what I was doing on a daily basis and how does that compare to when I really feel like I'm thriving in the actions and the habits that I do, because your habits determine so much. And I noticed that a lot of the things I was doing on a daily basis in my really day-to-day enthusiasm of things, I wasn't doing. I was doing quite the opposite, which is always interesting, right? So, and then number 3, I reached out to people and I asked for help. I had a message before about how to ask for help. And there are so many people willing and able to help you if you would just reach out. So I wanted to thank my wife, wanted to thank my parents, wanted to thank those people who really encouraged me and showered me with love and support and encouragement to help me get back on track. So let's sum it all up. So this worked for me. If you have some other ideas, please share those. If you've gotten out of a rut, and you've gotten out of a funk before, and you did something specifically to get out of it, please share those, because that'd be helpful for anybody going through it or anybody that they know who's going through it as well. So again, I prayed, meditated on it, just kind of sat with my thoughts for a little bit, focused on my breathing. That was incredible. Just hearing the things going through my head and just getting those out and knowing that there's support out there to help. Number 2, I examined what I was doing, the habits, my day-to-day things. Was I feeling tired? Well, was I working out? No, I wasn't working out. So was I journaling? Was I doing the things that really encourage me and inspire me on a daily basis? No, I wasn't doing those things. So I started doing those things. And even if I broke it in one day at a time, which is what I did, I tried to take one thing and put it into practice, back into practice. Number 3, I reached out for help. So pray, meditate, right? Check out your habits, check out your behaviors, check out what you're doing. Do that circle and frowny exercise about, this makes me feel this way and this makes me feel this way. Stop doing those things and start doing those things again. And then asking for help. People are there for you. So why does this matter? Because you matter. And I appreciate you. Get out of the funk. Go get them.